This is Damon Stevens with FinWealth Builders, and today is Tuesday, August 31st, end of the month. And this is a market update for our trading for the day. Just looking forward to sharing this with you. The market was flat, but boy, we had some good stocks to trade today, and I'm excited to share those with you. Hopefully you had a good trading day as well. Hopefully you're using those scanners that we talk about every day. If they did, then you should have got a piece of these. So let's get right into it. If you're not subscribed though, definitely subscribe to our channels, like our videos, view them for trading ideas every day that can help you with your trading and kind of know what we're looking at in the marketplace. Let's get right into it. You can see Dow Jones was down 0.11%, NASDAQ down 0.04%, and S&P 500 down 0.13%. So really flat for the day. If you look at the heat map here of the U.S., you can see that there's a little bit of a resting period, not much of a pullback really of the FANG stocks, as well as a kind of a mix in the market. Amazon, it came down so far, it's got a long run up. So Amazon's, a great trade for, it has a huge gap to fill. So that's one that you can trade. A little more expensive for most of our viewers. So we don't cover it a lot, but huge opportunities there, especially if you're using options. And then Tesla was up a little bit as well, which we do track every day and we do share. So we'll get into that a little bit later. Looking at the world map, you can see overall the world, is it's a little bit down. But look at China. China's finally picking up here. They've gone down so far. We expected these days are going to come where they're going to start to recover back, and the news will die down and they'll start to rock and roll. So BABA up almost 3% today. So we see that they're coming back to life, and so we'll see if that can continue on. There's some huge discounts there, so something to keep in mind when you're trading. And also looking at that being green in China today, does that affect us tomorrow on Wednesday? Since we were on turnaround Tuesday today, which it looks like it didn't disappoint, but it was pretty well flat for the most part. But China looking positive. We'll look at see if that kind of rolls over to us on Wednesday. But looking at the scanner today, ELYS and RHE were the top two. There was others, but those are the two that we actually did trade today. So let's get into those charts and take a look at them. ELYS, just a huge run up, right? So I mean, you might say, hey, $4 to almost $7 is not much, or $6.50, but that's $2.50 on a really cheap stock. And I'll go ahead and don't not usually do this on videos, but I'll go ahead and pull back here to a 5-minute view so you can kind of see. So if you look at the stock here, the highs, it was here at the end of the day, almost at $7. So we'll be watching it tomorrow. So this obviously very well could gap up to $7 or $8 tomorrow. So we're looking at this for a continuation play. It could back off and just die right off, but right now, it looks like there's some good opportunities here. But you can see here that we went up to 650, and then we backed off back to 550, back up to over 6, and then kind of back and forth. And you see that the 50 held here as good support. So that's good to see. That means this very well could give us a good continuation, especially where you see it kind of bump up in the late afternoon. And so look for a continuation on that one. But great trade. Didn't have to go far to make a lot of money. RHE was another great one. You can see here we had a positive day yesterday, and then a huge gap up. We gapped clear up, pretty much $14 from a low here of $10 or $11 on this gap up. So if you held some stock from yesterday's trade, you're loving life because you got this huge play here. Yeah, we did play this. It did pull back here over 50% of the move. So we're going to look for a continuation tomorrow, but there is this gap. So just be careful. This could, if it does fall off tomorrow, it could refill this gap. May not ever come back. It might be a one-day trade on this move, but definitely on our radar to see if we can get to a continuation tomorrow. Tesla, we talked about this. It was right at support. We were looking for our resistance. We were looking for it to break out of this resistance line here, and it did do that, and it did rally up, pull back a little bit. So now we're in this new channel here. Actually it's an old channel, but this new channel here that we had drawn out last night to show you where a possible move would be. And so we're looking at now seeing if we can hold here, if Tesla can hold here above this 734, should be able to run up here to 743.68 at least. If we break through that, then we can start to head towards that 770 mark. So, excited about Tesla, excited about the movement it's making. Finally, it's struggled for a long time trying to break through that resistance. We're above it now. Let's see if we can hold it and have a great run. Be big. We talked about this one last night as well. Gave us a nice run yesterday. It backed off, clear back down to 550 on this 20 moving average, and right back up to $8. It is above the support line here, which is now resistance. And so we're above there. We're going to look for continuation, see if we can bump back up to $9 or $10 tomorrow. So looking at Be Big to continue to give us a play here this week. TCAT's given us a few runs along the way over the last while here. You can see we kind of hit a peak and come back down. We're on the next round here. We're kind of flat right now, but you can see here we got a long way we can go back up. We got support down here around $11, breakout over 12. So that's what we'll be looking for. TCAT, GameStop. Still, we're up a little bit today. So a lot of people caught this right. I did not catch this one GameStop, but several others had caught that. So that's great. We're seeing the bullish momentum here above all the moving averages. So, GameStop's to continue play there. AMC gave him more of a rally today. We were wondering if it was going to do that. And of course it did that, broke through this resistance up into this other area. And it settled right here just below. So you see here that we had resistance a couple of days ago last week. And so it's going to be bumping up against that again. So 47.13, we need to see that break out there, be supported, and then you got a long run up here to 60.55. So we're going to be looking at for that breakout. Anything over 48.21, look for it to go towards that 60 range. And so just be careful. There could be a lot of volatility in that area. So just make sure you lock profits along the way, but looking good. YY had this nice long run here. And then we broke, down below here. We were in this consolidation above the 50. We broke above that. Now we're above that into this new channel here. You see that we had a prior high here, 65.75. That's what we got to break through here to get back up over towards this 100. So we're going to see if we can hold this channel. So it gives a little bit of a play. Only a couple dollars in there, but if you get a couple dollars every day, that's a good play. So we'll keep that on the list as well. Pan W, we're kind of flat here. Kind of monitoring this, see if we can break, over the 64.76 area, or this 464.76. If we can't, may come back down here to support, but we're kind of in this range right now. So looking to see a movement there. JD is kind of flat here for the day. So it didn't give a lot of movement today. But more kind of bearish. I mean, it's kind of, underneath these moving averages, but still in this channel. So we're looking, for either to get, good support down here and break up back towards resistance here at 411, or if it breaks down, then we're heading down towards that 50. So just watching Moderna right now, it's kind of lost its momentum. Same with NBAC, same category. Still seeing, it's just trying to figure out a direction here. And then BNTX in that same 3 is pulling back more towards that bearish momentum as well, like Moderna is. And we're down here towards that support level. So keep an eye on those. The dollar's flat here. It broke just right above this resistance level, and then it's closed right below it. So it's right below it right now. See if it can get some momentum to get back above it. But right now, a weak dollar is helping the market to stay elevated. Same with the VIX. The VIX is still down here below 17. It's great for helping the market below all the moving averages. Let's keep it down there. Just be careful of a spike here. We've seen, that we get spikes here every once in a while. We could get another spike here as well, as elevated as the market is. If it does and it gets over this 18 level, you might see a pullback. So just be careful of that. SPY pretty well flat on this new channel area here. So looking for it to get momentum. If it fails below this 450 mark, then just be careful, because we come down here to 447 to be the next mark down. Triple Qs, we're in this new range as well. Pretty well flat. Try to make a new high. Try to bump above that. We'll see if it continue to hold that, or if it's got weakness here, it might come back to support down here at 377.10. But we got this long ride up here to 388. So we'll see what triple Qs can do. Semiconductors made nice a rally up towards the high, backed off, fell back under this support level, back into a resistance level, and kind of right here in this upper range. So we'll see if it can get some momentum back up. Might looking a little bit weaker though after the day close. Dow Jones, same thing, kind of down here towards that support level. So we got to keep an eye on that one. IWM, try to rally up. It's trying, but it's under that resistance level. It failed to break through it. So we'll just continue to monitor that. Financials, it's on the 20, so that's good. It's good that it closed above that. Still keeps the bullish momentum, but it is showing a little bit of weakness here. So we just got to keep an eye on these. Gold, flat under resistance, trying to break through that mark again. Got up to the 1800s, which is great. Silver, a little bit of a pullback after hitting this resistance level. So it's trying to get support and see if it can rally back up. Bitcoin, showing a little bit of weakness still, kind of rolling over here down towards the support level here that we have marked out. Ethereum, wow, it's taken off on its own. It's kind of being a leader here. It's above this resistance level. You can see that we broke through it, held it, and now we're up a little bit higher again today. So, so that's looking really good. Ethereum's looking great. Doge, pretty well flat. Not much to say there. So XRP. You can see here, night rally up here to 125, buck 25, back here down to 116. It's trying to get some momentum here. You can see here we got some resistance levels here. Let me mark these out here just so that you can see them more on a visual. So you got one here. So we got to see if we can break through that and hold. Right now, we're just kind of in this whole channel, which we've been in a few times here and actually last couple of weeks. So looking for some strength there. That's the market. Stocks we're looking at tomorrow morning for continuation. Going to watch that scanner and pull things off the scanner as they come up. But market, if it's here flat a little bit, it might stay flat for a while. But we're kind of in decision mode. So just be careful out there as you're trading your cryptos and you're trading the stock market as we're looking for some momentum to move in one direction or the other. Everybody have a great night. Be safe. We'll talk more tomorrow night.